Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 3 of my Broken Sword 5 playthrough. So, if you haven't watched the previous episodes yet, please do go back. The previous 2 episodes are on the playlist on my channel. You can see what we have done thus far. So, for a very quick recap, of course, there has been a stolen painting. There has been a murder at the art gallery where this painting was stolen from. And then we've been having to do a little bit of investigating to find out why this painting has been stolen, who's stolen it, and why the owner unfortunately had to die for it. So, last time out, where we ended it, George Stobart, our lovable American protagonist, has unfortunately been arrested as he found what we believe to be the murder weapon that was hidden in a vent in the back office of Vera Security, which was the security company hired by the owner against the advice of George's wisdom. Of course, is the company he works for. They insured the exhibit. As he literally found the gun, of course, the police walked in and arrested him. Tut tut tut. Wrong place, wrong time, eh, Georgie? So, as of right now, we are back in control with Nicole Collard. Where we left it, she had a knock on the door, and this elderly man has entered. So, let's find out who he is, because he apparently knows Nico, even though she doesn't know him.
Would you like a glass of wine?
Yes, those stairs are a nightmare.
Strange accent, not sure where he's from. Is he supposed to be French?
That's better.
So, what can I do for you, monsieur?
My name is Tiago Marquez.
Oh, is he Spanish, Portuguese?
I saw your report on the robbery. I found your address.
Maybe Spanish, because obviously right at the beginning of the game, the painting that was stolen was also stolen in 1937 from Spain.
Stolen painting, La Malédiction. It belongs to me.
Oh.
Ronnie had wanted me to interview the owner, and now here he
Ah, was he maybe like the kid?
He was somebody who claimed to be
the kid at the beginning who got taken away by his parents?
Tell me about yourself.
I am Tiago Marquez, the rightful owner of La Malédiction.
Okay.
What else is there to tell?
So the stolen painting is yours. Tell me more.
La Malédiction belonged to my family in Catalonia in the 30s, before the Civil War.
So what was it doing here in Paris?
The fascists stole it in 1938. They killed my father, but not me. I escaped. I have been looking for it ever since.
So he was the kid.
You have to help me find it.
Okay.
You traveled all the way from Catalonia?
No, since the war, I've lived in France, in the southwest. And now I want the painting back.
Okay.
Did you lose all your family in the Civil War?
When they came for us in 38, I fled with my mother. But my father was not so lucky.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
I would have stayed and fought for freedom, but I was just a boy.
Wow. So 1937, so my understanding this game came out in like the early 2010s, 2011, 12, 13, something like that. So 37, and what it was, for the looks of it, it's supposed to be maybe 7 years old. So if we say that he was born in 1930, this Tiago should be now what, maybe somewhere between about 18, 85 years old, maybe, roughly.
You've got my attention, but if I'm to help you... I need more to go on.
I have something. This old photograph. It is of me and my family.
Okay.
See the painting above the fireplace?
Yes, it's La Malédiction. The photograph certainly appeared to link the old man to the painting.
Oh, and his father had the necklace which he gave to his son in the beginning of the game.
You took the photographs at that robbery, huh?
I did, yes.
I need to see them.
Why?
Please, I must see them.
All right. Here they are.
Ah. So this is the guy. These are the photos. Ah, so he's got a tattoo on like sort of like his elbow on the right arm. There's the photo.
This one was rejected. Georges got in the way. Typical.
Who is this George?
Just a friend. He insured the painting.
So, he will know who is this liar who claims to own my painting.
I don't think he does. He would have told me. This is the best shot I took. They used it in the paper.
Yes, it is how I recognize La Malédiction, my painting.
It does look like the one in your photograph.
So close, but now it is lost again.
This shot didn't come out too well.
It's perfect.
Perfect?
Finally, La Malédiction, in all its splendor. The lines, the color, the detail. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Then take it. That shot is no good to me.
Really? Thank you, mademoiselle.
Here's the thief making off with the painting.
What is that tattoo on his arm?
Looks like a skull and crossbones. Headhunters,
You will find him,
Headhunters.
and then you will find my painting.
Aye, monsieur.
Maybe, maybe
Must,
not.
mademoiselle.
Because if he, yeah, he might have been like hired by somebody to steal it.
The story was very interesting, but I needed to corroborate it. I wondered if the gallery kept ownership records. And while I didn't wholly trust him, this was the one lead that I didn't want to lose. Where are you staying?
What? Nowhere. Here, perhaps.
I didn't want you to stay in my apartment. There was another solution.
I can understand that. I mean, he's an
My
old
neighbor was
man,
out
but
of town for a few days. You could stay there.
Yes, that would be good. Thank you.
yeah, you don't want, even though he's an old man, you don't want to let him stay in your own place when you don't know who he is or anything.
Adam said that he would leave the spare key under the mat. My neighbor had left a key for me under the doormat. Which reminded me I hadn't watered his plants for a week.
Oh, Nico.
The key wasn't there.
Oh. Is it under the crack?
The gap was wide, but not wide enough for my fingers. There was a large gap between the floorboards.
This is where the card with the chewing gum might come in quite handy.
Using the sticky chewing gum, I was able to fish out the key.
But Nico, that's been in your pocket for like a day. I don't think it's very it probably won't be very sticky anymore, would it?
This will do.
Good.
It's up to standard. I have to go out, monsieur. Ronnie had promised me the front page if I got an interview with the painting's owner. And And here was a crazy Spaniard claiming to be just that.
Hmm.
I needed to find out who had put the painting up for sale. Maybe there was more to find at the gallery.
Aha! An uncomfortable metro ride later.
Laine was sitting outside the cafe. He looked
Ugh.
dazed. Hello, Monsieur Laine.
Ah, the delectable Nicole
Ugh.
Cole. Super
Blech.
sweet. How may I be of service?
I was hoping I'd
Well,
find
you can shut up, you
Always
creepy
available for
git.
lovely ladies such as yourself.
Ugh. I mean, I'm not a woman, but I'll be creeped out by him. Don't know how anyone could find him charming.
Henri's death. It must be so very hard for you.
Yes, I shall miss him deeply. We had such a very special relationship.
Really?
Loss is so hard to endure, even for a man of such inner strength as myself.
Okay.
What do you know about the owner of La Malediccio?
That was Henri's business. He found the painting and did the deal with the owner.
Would anybody else know anything about the owner?
Not likely. He kept especially quiet about that one. But he always kept a manifest for every exhibition.
Okay.
I'm writing a follow-up piece on the gallery theft.
Ah, so you need an inside view. Authoritative.
Ugh.
Something like that.
The police have finished in the gallery. We could chat in the office. It's much more comfortable. More intimate. Even be able to rustle up a little bottle of champagne.
Oh,
Maybe
and not
later.
pay for it
I
like
have
last
some
time.
things to do first.
Maybe next time,
You mentioned the manifest. How would one get a look at that?
then. One might start in the office. That's where Henri kept most of his paperwork.
About the gallery.
Of course, my dear. We can go there now, if you'd like.
Ugh. Yes, okay. I really don't want to be alone with him. He's such a creepy, slimy bastard. Excuse my French there. But,
That sounds great.
ugh.
We can discuss my ordeal over a glass of champagne.
Ugh.
A cozy chat with Laine was the last thing I wanted.
Yeah, especially
It was
being
my
on your
best
own with him.
hope if I wanted to get a look around the office. So, what are we waiting for?
After you, my dear.
The place was heaving with junk. Finding what I wanted wouldn't be easy. As Laine sat down, something stuck out from beneath the cushion. It looked like a folder. Whatever it was, the police had missed it. I needed to get it.
Come, join me on the couch. I'm ready for you.
Ugh.
We'll be gentle.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm never gentle, Monsieur Laine.
Ugh.
Oh, do call me Hector.
No, thank you, Mr. Laine. Jesus. Right. Let's try and stay away from him as long as possible.
I couldn't touch the desk while Laine was there.
No.
Come back over here, my dear.
Henri's notice board was covered in mementos. It was a poster for a Stockholm music festival. The headline was a group called the Hairy Lobsters. The gallery looked empty.
Oh, is that it?
Henri had a statue of himself in the style of a Roman
Oh,
emperor.
it's supposed to be himself.
It
Oh,
was
Jesus.
narcissistic and slightly disturbing.
Ugh. We've got to sit down then. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Laine hadn't noticed the folder. With that amount of padding, who would? The only way to get hold of it was to distract him.
Oh, Nico. You're going to have to use your femininely wiles. Ugh. Anything around here that we can use to distract him? Ugh.
Monsieur Laine?
Hector, please.
No, Monsieur Laine.
Oh, Hector. Perhaps I will join you in that glass of champagne.
But of course, champagne, nature's balm in troubled times.
Oh, damn it. I thought I was going to have to go away and get it.
I managed to get chewing gum stuck on my press card.
What a bizarre turn of events.
That's what I thought. So you really don't know who owns this earth?
I'm sorry, my dear, I really don't.
Don't you think it's a bit awkward in here, with so much of Henri looming over us?
Just ignore it, my dear.
I mean, it's a big bloody statue. I don't think you can really ignore
You
it.
can tell me about the painting?
It was an absolute treat to come across it. A true undiscovered gem.
There's no denying it is a fantastic painting. What can you tell me about the religious significance?
Of
He ain't
course,
gonna
there's
know
a
that.
deep religious symbolism locked within the painting, too. Central to this must be the pantheon of saints.
Oh, is that it? Ugh. Maybe we can get him drunk if we drink enough.
To new friends.
Too long.
Oh! Hey! Well done, Nico.
Dieu, that is so cold.
Oh, is it? Oh, your tiny willy is going to be even smaller than normal.
I'll have to dry this off. Don't you worry, my dear.
Ugh. Get the folder.
was a list of all the paintings in the exhibition. La Malediccio had to be there. It was. And next to it was the owner's name, Mr. Medovsky. The not spotted the folder. I put it back. I had what I needed for my story.
So that Mr. Medovsky was...
Monsieur Laine, thanks for everything. But I think I hear my editor calling.
Ma chérie, no need to leave so soon. It's only a little spillage.
Yes, that Mr. Medovsky, in the previous episode, we discovered he was the man who basically set up the security company.
Medovsky, my God.
Who is he?
He's new on the oligarch block. Fresh into London from Russia with ambition and a bloody reputation. Collard, this is way over your head. I'm gonna put a more experienced crime journalist on the story. I can't afford for you to get hurt.
Relax, Ronnie. This is my story. Leave it with me. Let's discuss it over lunch tomorrow.
Okay. But don't do anything more. See you tomorrow.
Ronnie didn't trust me on this story, but I wasn't going to let him give it to someone else. I was going to have to move fast.
Oh.
Come in.
George!
Hi, George. Great to see you.
Hope you don't mind me just dropping in.
No, not at all.
Have you been out on bail or something?
Pretty good. I found the gun that was used in the robbery.
I'm impressed.
Yeah? Well, Nave wasn't. He accused me of trying to plant it, and then of being involved in Henri's death. Then he threw me into a cell. He couldn't make it stick, of course, so he had to let me go this morning. But he's convinced I'm involved. So if I put a foot wrong, he'll nail me next time. But, hey, on the bright side, have I got a story for you.
A long story later.
Annette, the manager at Vera Security, lied about the owner of the company. When I pieced together that shredded letter, I got a name. Medovsky.
Medovsky! That's the same guy who claims to own La Malediccio.
What? He owns the painting and Vera Security? He
Very
has to be the one
suspicious.
behind this whole scam.
You're telling me? We have to be sure.
Hey, Tiago.
What the?
Senor Marquez. Is it Marquez?
I cannot sleep on that bed. It is too soft.
George, this is Senor Marquez.
Yes, Senor Marquez.
Nice to meet you.
So you are this George, huh?
Senor Marquez is staying in the apartment across the hall. Apparently, he's the real owner of La Malediccio.
What? I thought you said Medovsky was the owner.
Senor Marquez claims the painting was stolen from his family during the Spanish Civil War.
Really? Do you have any proof?
Senor Marquez, could you show him the photograph?
How can we prove this is you as a child?
The dates would tie up, George.
Who's this?
My mother, a good woman, a saint.
Who's this?
My father. When they came for us in 38, I fled with my mother. But my father was not so lucky.
That's definitely La Malediccio hanging on the wall?
It belonged to my family, so it belongs to me.
If the painting really was stolen during the 1930s, then this Medovsky guy has no legitimate claim to it. But how can I be sure that you're the boy in that picture?
I can prove it. Look at my father in the photograph. You see the medallion he's wearing? He gave it to me just before he died. This medallion has been in our family for hundreds of years.
Aha, so look, obviously we mentioned it the last time, or the first episode, about the sort of Ouroboros symbol, which is when a snake eats its own tail. Yeah, it's supposed to signify everlasting life and everything.
Definitely the same medallion. A snake eating its own tail. That's also on the painting.
It is the Ouroboros.
Oh, there you go.
The what?
The Ouroboros. It is a sign of my people, my family, my faith. The Gnostics. My father was a Gnostic leader. La Malediccio is sacred to the Gnostics. Hence they both display the Ouroboros.
A priest I met said the painting was the devil's work. A thing of evil.
Ha! He would say that. Do not believe all you hear from the church. Whatever you think, the painting is mine.
If Marquez was the true owner of Malediccio, then Medovsky had no legal claim to it. Might be tough to prove, but if I could, we wouldn't have to pay out on the insurance. So, if the painting belongs to you, how did Medovsky get it?
The fascists stole it. It went to Madrid, then Berlin, then, after the war, to Moscow. After that, it was lost. Until now.
We need to talk to this Medovsky, but how do we find him?
How do you know all that? There was like Berlin and then, well, Madrid and then, you know, Berlin and then Moscow. So he's pronounced it Ouroboros. I've only ever heard it announced as Ouroboros. Maybe that's just because he's doing it with a bit of a Spanish accent. But I mean, it's a bit of a weird accent. The guy who's obviously doing the voice for this, it doesn't sound French, it doesn't sound Spanish, it's just, I don't think accent, it's a bit weird.
Hey, Nico?
Yes, Josh?
Yes, Josh?
So let's go over what we know about the thief.
Okay, well, he had a distinctive tattoo on one arm.
And his helmet had Waterloo Motors across it.
Not a lot to go on.
Well, we need to find this Waterloo Motors.
We need to track down Waterloo Motors.
Thank you, George.
Have you tried the internet?
I've been kind of busy.
Okay, let's have a look.
Mm-hmm.
Waterloo Station, Battle of Waterloo, Waterloo Kebabs,
Ugh.
Waterloo Sunset. Ah, here we go. Waterloo Motors. It's a garage in London. I'll send the number to your phone.
Lovely. Thank you.
You said the thief had a tattoo.
On his arm, it was a skull and crossbones with headhunters written around it.
Nico,
Yes?
what do we know about this Medovsky character?
Ronnie said he was dangerous and very rich. He claims to be the owner of La Malediccio.
And appears to be the boss of Vera's security who were supposed to protect it. Now that kind of figures. The best way to steal something is to get hired to look after it. But why steal a painting you already own?
We need to
Insurance.
talk to this guy.
To do that, we need to find him. So, Waterloo Motors is a garage in London. That's a surprise.
Yes, I sent you their phone number.
I
Why
know.
would somebody steal their own painting?
Insurance money.
Insurance scam? But then why kill Henri?
But then again, if he's very rich, surely he'd get hardly any money from an insurance scam.
I found the gun that Henri was shot with at Vera's security.
If Medovsky owns Vera Security, it means that he must know the killer.
Well, it can't be Annette, but she has to be involved in some way. Here's the proof that Henri was involved in the robbery.
Interesting, but it doesn't help us find the killer.
I wouldn't say that letter was proof that he was involved in the robbery. It is proof that obviously he managed to get this Medovsky and the Vera security hired. Doesn't necessarily mean he knows about the scam. That's a bit of a leap, I think, there, George.
Senor Marquez,
Yes, George?
you mentioned the Gnostics. What can you tell me about them?
Are they like the
It is
new
not
Shadow
important.
Templars?
A religious sect, that is all. My family were Gnostic. They were a peaceful, good people.
So, La Malediccio belongs to your family.
It did. Once it was stolen, I did not believe I would ever see it again.
You must have been excited to see the painting again.
It was a miracle.
Let's see if we can give a call to this Waterloo Motors.
Waterloo Motors.
Hi,
Very English.
How can I help you?
my name is George Stobart. I'm investigating a murder that was committed here in Paris.
What's that got to do with us?
The guy we're looking for was wearing a helmet with Waterloo Motors on it.
Oh, yeah. It's a very popular helmet.
I don't suppose you know who might have bought one?
Well, not unless you've got any more information, mate.
The killer had a tattoo on his arm. It said, Headhunters.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he bought one of our helmets just the other day.
Terrific. Do you know his name?
Nah. Brings his boss's Merc here to have it serviced. Words to the wise, though. I hear he don't mess about. The car's registered on Duchy Street, isn't he? I mean, that's all
No, that's more than enough. You've been a great help. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Are we off to London then?
Bingo.
Good work. That has to be the guy. And now we've got his address.
How about a trip to
Well,
London?
I mean,
I thought you'd
you know,
never
it's
asked.
Duchy Street, but
Senor Marquez,
it
will
could
you
be a big
okay
street
here?
for you know.
The bed is uncomfortable. But it will do. Come back quickly with the painting, eh?
Yeah, we'll do our best. London.
London cabbies. Gotta love them.
This is the place. Here on the right.
Well, it's apparently very close to
To afford a place like
the Houses
this
of
in London,
Parliament.
you've got to be good at something.
I wonder if there's actually
Clear on
a
how we're going to
Duchy
do this?
Street in London.
We're two insurance investigators, see? We finagle our way inside, butter Medovsky up, and then get the dirt on him, right?
Finagle?
Yeah, finagle. You remember how to finagle, don't you?
Duchy Street, Waterloo.
George, how could I ever forget?
Good, because I suspect we're gonna need major league fanoodling to get in this one.
You got it.
And I tell you what, actually, I'm looking at it here on Google Maps. In theory, I suppose you could kind of see Big Ben. Probably not as close as it seems to suggest. But yeah. Definitely possible. Well, at least the arts people and everything got that quite right. So, well done to them. Okay, let's carry on. Who's this bloke? The gardener. Let's have a chat with him.
Excuse me? Hello?
On your bike, darling. This is a private residence.
We're here to see Mr. Medovsky.
So?
We have important business with Mr. Medovsky.
And who the hell might you be?
I'm Nico Kallard, and this is my colleague, Georges Stobart.
Well, isn't that cozy? Can you count, darling?
Yes, of course.
Well then, 1, I don't know you or laughing boy here from Adam. 2, you ain't got no business round here. And 3, I don't like French birds.
That's a bit rude. I mean, she said she's here to see Mr. Medovsky. Technically, that is business round there.
Showing him my press card would have blown my cover. Hi, guess who?
What do you want?
I don't suppose you know Mr. Medovsky's driver, do you?
Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. Get lost.
Very
Hi,
rude.
guess who?
What do you want?
Do you work for Mr. Medovsky?
No, I'm standing here pruning his edges for a laugh. Course I blooming work for him. Look, will you stop asking all these blooming questions? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, I can't really.
Hi, guess who?
What do you want?
We really need to see Mr. Medovsky about a most important matter.
Oh, why are you still here?
Let's just try buzzing the intercom. Maybe he won't do it himself.
No answer. It's locked. Hey, Georges.
What's up?
seriously, how are we going to do this? According to Ronnie, Medovsky is the real deal.
Coming from Ronnie, that's quite a compliment.
If Medovsky's the killer,
We need to be careful, which suggests...
I use my Gallic charm.
Exactly.
Your Gaelic charm.
Hi, guess who?
What do you want?
We really need to see Mr. Medovsky about a most important matter.
You really don't know when to give up, do you?
Ugh.
Hi, guess who?
Ugh.
What do you want?
I don't suppose you know Mr. Medovsky's driver, do you?
You've already asked him that.
Maybe you didn't hear me the first time.
Yeah.
Get lost.
He had the typical features of an Englishman who liked beer and football.
That's a bit stereotypical.
It was topiary in progress. I never quite understood the appeal of novelty topiary.
You need to use a charm. Maybe flatter him
Hi,
about
guess who?
the actual bush. I don't know, maybe. Now
What do
we've
you
examined it,
want?
maybe we can get something. Aha!
Nice bush.
Bush? This is so much more than just a bush.
Oh, I am sorry.
It's art, love. Or to be precise, topiary. And as everybody knows,
Topiary is a transition form.
that's right. A statement of man's dominance over nature. A metaphor for the human condition.
And
Oh.
yet,
It's not enough, is it?
Why do we have so many
Not
bloody
for the
philosophers in this
questions.
game?
Life, death,
right and wrong.
tell me about it.
Is he like doing like a
You
phoenix or
struggle,
something maybe?
monsieur?
Day and night.
That is the human condition.
Can we ever escape it?
It is possible through meditation, contemplation.
I see.
It is our only salvation.
Well, you give me food for thought, you have.
Anytime.
Much appreciated. At a difficult time.
You are welcome, monsieur.
So, anyway, this is my latest piece. What do you think?
Well, of course we're going to charm him.
It's very nice. Eagle? A two-headed eagle.
Result. Get in there, my son. Yes, it's a Russian Imperial Eagle for the boss. You spotted it straight off. I owe you one, lady. You have got that rare quality. Real insight.
No, please. You have a rare talent. We have important business with Mr. Medovsky.
I need a good reason to bother the boss with this. He's a busy man.
I
I'm getting
understand,
somewhere.
but I think he'll want to speak with us.
What makes what you have to say so important?
La Maledictio, a painting that belongs to him, has been stolen. If he wants his insurance claim processed quickly, then he'll want to speak with us. I think he might be annoyed if he finds out you never even told him we came around, right?
Okay, okay. Hang on, I'll phone him now. Yeah, Mr. Medovsky? Yeah. Yes, boss. Right, I will do.
Right, will do.
You've piqued the boss's interest.
Oh,
is
is that?
a good thing.
I was going to say, is that a good thing?
The gate should be open. I'll
Oh.
take you inside.
Et
Follow me,
voilà.
please.
Right. Do we get to meet the infamous Medovsky, this mysterious Russian?
Mr. Medovsky will be right with you, madame.
Well,
Is that
we're
Putin in the painting?
We'll make him think we're all set to pay out on the policy.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can get him to talk.
Yes, get him to talk. Is he Medovsky?
Welcome, welcome.
Good day, monsieur. My name is Nico Collard, and this is my assistant, Georges Tabar.
You are here to discuss La Maledictio, yes?
Correct.
I am surprised to see you. My agreement with the gallery specified that my ownership should be kept in the strictest confidence. It would appear that agreement has been broken.
A man has been killed, monsieur.
An agreement is an agreement.
Ugh. That makes him sound a bit like Ivan Drago in Rocky IV. If he dies, he dies. An agreement is an agreement. So clearly that's not Putin in the painting. That's clearly this Medovsky guy. Right, should we go soft or hard on him? Ooh, he's a bit of a tough cookie, isn't he? So let's try a bit softy. We don't want him to murder us.
My apologies for disturbing you, monsieur, but I'm afraid we must ask you some questions.
So be it. The loss of a painting is nothing compared to the loss of a life.
Mm-hmm.
Ask away.
How did you come into possession of La Maledictio?
I purchased it at auction.
Oh. Okay.
We have reason to believe that the theft was an inside job.
Oh, that is terrible. The staff at the gallery were so pleasant to deal with, but such is human nature. I trust this won't delay the insurance claim.
I'm sure matters will be sorted out soon. Did you know Henri, the gallery owner?
Oh, purely on a professional basis. My restorer recommended his gallery to me.
Did you ever meet him personally?
Restorer?
No,
Well, like a restorer of
only via
paintings?
email. I rarely fly. I'm carbon neutral, you know.
Very
Really?
conscientious, monsieur.
Well, the planet won't save itself.
Oh, I don't like that.
Do you have receipts for the painting?
Of course. I have already sent them to your office.
Good.
These things take time to process.
What is there to process? I own the painting. Someone stole it, and your company provided me with insurance. I am the victim here.
A state you share with the deceased, monsieur. What connection do you have to Vera Security?
I've never heard of it.
There is strong evidence that ties you to Vera Security.
Oh, you are beginning to sound like a policeman, madame.
Uh-oh.
We are merely doing our jobs, monsieur. We must leave no stone unturned.
I would leave this particular stone unturned if I were you.
Is that a threat?
But I didn't want to push too hard.
Hmm.
Of course. We will check our information again.
I would do that.
Your restorer, how does he fit into all this?
Hobbs. He did a little cleaning work on La Maledictio, that's all. I think that's enough for now. When do you expect the claim to be paid out?
It will not be long, monsieur.
When exactly? Surely you can give me a date.
Ugh.
Monsieur Medovsky, I'm sure you...
I have
Please
customers like
excuse the
that.
interruption, sir.
What is it, Shears?
Cheers for Gardner.
Tell him I'm busy.
He mentioned the portfolio, sir.
For pity's sake, can he not just follow simple instructions? Please excuse me for a moment.
The gardener's called Shears?
Yeah, probably not what his mother christened him.
What a creep.
Very clever creep at that. We got nothing on him, and he knows it.
He just brushed off the Vera connection. We need something else to get under his skin. I could use Marquez as leverage.
Yeah, it's just one man's word against another.
Yeah.
So what else can we do?
Let's take a look around. Maybe there's something here we can use against him.
Good idea, Josh. You search, I'll keep watch at the window.
Okay, so it looks like we're back in control of George. What? Right. I'm just going to do a quick save. Because I know what it's like in Broken Sword games. You could die very, very quickly without reason. If we're in the... if Medovsky was potentially involved, he could be a bit of a shady character. Okay, so we've got a bookcase, door. We don't want to go out the door. Typewriter, bookcase, cigarette box, door into there, cabinet, photograph voucher. Okay, well, let's work from left to right. Well, right to left, rather.
Leather-bound classics, bought by the yard, no doubt. Medovsky had an extensive collection of management books. The 7 Secrets of Leadership, 2009. The Business Bonaparte, 1983. Office Eagle or Management Mouse, 1998.
Okay.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Oh, so is that all Russian and everything?
ASD G or F? Oh, I couldn't remember. I tried to remember how that row of keys read on a US keyboard.
Oh, wouldn't that be QWERTY at the top? QWERTY.
Russian novels. Medovsky was clearly a big Tolstoy fan. Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. I picked up the business card. It read, Wilfred Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. I made a note of the address. Then I put the card back where I'd found it. No point arousing Medovsky's suspicions. The note read, L. Serp drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking with gas. I wondered if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken.
Okay.
It was a thank you note from a British politician.
Oh, God.
Medovsky certainly had some dubious friends. Everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869.
Okay.
I suspected the medals weren't from the Moscow Debating Society. A Russian imperial egg. It looked rather plain. See a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck.
Hey.
It was the old coin from Medovsky's library. It seems our Medovsky has friends in low places.
It's like my boss said. The guy wants to be a player.
Oh.
Medovsky in Libya. Happy days. What kind of guy hangs a picture of himself and Colonel Gaddafi on a wall?
Oh, God.
The kind who will commit murder in order to steal their own painting.
It was a Russian privatization voucher. I wondered why Medovsky displayed it so proudly. catch had snapped. It was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box. It was a beautifully
Can we do anything to do the catch? Maybe the coin that we just picked up?
By extraordinary good fortune, the coin I'd picked up was the perfect shape to flip open the broken catch.
Hey. Okay.
Romanovs. The same brand of cigarettes that were in the ashtray in Vera's
Oh, yes. Okay.
Keys are always useful.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Medovsky's arguing with his visitor, Ops, about the portfolio.
You
That
needed the
portfolio
obs.
is important, I'm sure of it.
That's what's in here.
It was locked.
Was it? Could a key come in handy? Let's give it a try.
The study door's open.
Hey!
Hear anything else interesting?
Hang on.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do your work. You are nervous, and I don't like that.
Understood. I have got a few questions, though.
I do not like questions either. Hurry up.
I noticed a couple of people arriving. Who were they? They look like coppers.
They were from the insurance company.
Has the...
Hobbs is going to head off with the portfolio. Whatever's in there is important. We need to stay with it.
I got Hobbs' address from his card. When we're done here, we should check it out.
Okay, Josh, but hurry. Medovsky will be back soon.
I'm
Right,
gonna check out the study.
yeah, let's go check out the study, George.
Wow, there must be millions of dollars worth of art on these walls.
This one up here, I don't know why, but this reminds me of a painting that my mum always had in her dining room, which I think it was her Uncle Jim that I used to do it.
The drawer was open. My heart skipped a beat.
Did it? Why?
Inside, I saw only a candy bar wrapper.
Oh. It's the Candy Man.
But inside...
Right. So lots of stuff about paintings. Right. Sure, it's got to be the desk. Well, let's take a look at the desk.
The desk was magnificent.
Oh. So really characters. He's got to be important for some reason.
Those two little holes were just waiting for me to put my fingers in. I resisted the urge.
Ah, George.
The chair was fancy and probably more expensive than it looked.
Hmm.
Filthy habit.
Oh. Oh. Right. So clearly we've got a puzzle here, which I think that typewriter and maybe that book have possibly something linked. Maybe we've got to do like a password or something.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note.
Right. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take a picture with my phone of this. I don't know why, but I've got a feeling I might be able to do a bit of backwards and forwards. Alright, it's done that. And maybe a picture of this typewriter as well.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Okay. Yeah, because it was talking, wasn't he, about making sure the like figuring out what the letters meant and everything. So let's take a look back at this desk so we can work anything out. It's got a spell, so I'm guessing. Okay. So I can't see any of them letters that's on there matching with what's in the book. So maybe it's not the book. Trying to see, is there a thing for that first one? Oh. So there's that one. So the first one, if this is like a standard American or UK keyboard, I believe this one would be the number 3 position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 0. Enter. Right. So I think that's a 3. The H would be, that's on the top line for the letter. So see, QWERTY, Q, W, E, R, T, Y. So I think that's the one that looks like a H. That's a Y. So 3Y. The one that looks like an S. Well, again, that's a number. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3Y6. Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to write this down. Oh, hang on. Right. So 3Y6. Okay. Then the one that's sort of like an A. Oh, there it is. That would be a 1. Okay. So 3Y6 1. And another sort of A, which would be, oh, there it is. So that's not the very last one on the middle row, but the one before that. So if I was trying to type, that would be a K. A K. Then the one that looks like a B. That is the number 2. Okay. And the O with a line through it, that is also a number. That would be 9. Then the one that looks like an E. Oh, that's another number. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. And then what's that last one? The one's sort of like a Z. That's another number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So lots of numbers. Only 2 letters on there. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Let me go back to the book. Where's my images? There it is. She had 1869. Did I have that? No, they're not on there. Ooh. Maybe do I have to type these in on the keyboard? On the keypad? Right, I'm going to go back to the keyboard and I'm going to try typing in. See if it makes any difference. I don't think there's any like paper to put in it, is there? No.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Okay, so what do we have? So we had.
I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a US keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this. If I'd been able...
No. So I can't type on it even if I wanted to.
ZX. I needed a keyboard for reference. That wouldn't make it.
God, guys, I'm struggling here a little bit.
Old coin. Nope. ZX ASD G or F. I couldn't remember. I tried to remember. I didn't know this. If I'd been. I didn't know this. If I'd.
Okay. I'm struggling here, peeps.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. The note read, "Else." I suspect everything was in 1869.
Oh, hang on. Oh no, that can't be. Oh. Because one numbers I've worked out. Basically, I've worked out one of them is 1. But I haven't got an 8 on there, unless I've done that wrong. Hang on, let me... Oh, Jesus. An 8 would be a sort of a H. So could that be... Could I have got the H wrong when I was looking at that? Which one was the H? That was the second one. Which I thought was a Y. Ah, maybe that second H was an 8, not a Y. So that would be the second one. Okay. So if that could be an 8, maybe that's the clue. Maybe you have to do those numbers, that 1869, possibly. But I'm going to give that a try. This is the problem. There's so many that look so close to each other. Right. Let's give it a try, that 1869. Right. So 1 is the 4th one. And the 8 is the 2nd. The 6 is then the 3rd one. And the 9 is that one. Please let this be right.
A secret drawer piled over.
Yes!
I knew that publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover Medovsky's secrets.
Yes!
It certainly wasn't Medovsky's.
Oh, that was hard.
Hey, Nico, come see this. I think we've struck gold.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Maybe keep Nico by the
A
window.
letter from a guy called Laine. His company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Medovsky. They're offering way over the asking price.
Anything connecting Medovsky?
Well, let's see.
Here we go. A lease for Vera's security.
Uh-huh.
Aha! Then we have the proof we need.
Hang on, what's this? Expenses for a Mr. Shears. Waterloo Motors, 1 helmet.
These are from Paris.
Oh.
Hotel Britannique. Pizza.
Nico, pizza. I think your friend Shears might just be Henri's killer.
Uh-oh.
Josh, what have we got ourselves into? I just heard the front door close. Medovsky's coming.
Crap.
Put everything back in order, quick.
Right. He'll never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
Except we've stolen his coin.
Damn, no time.
Oh.
Cool, Nico. I'll handle this.
I apologize for the lengthy wait. As you can imagine, my time is at a premium.
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky. I think we're almost finished anyway.
And payment?
Very soon, monsieur. Very soon.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Nice collection of medals you have there, Mr. Medovsky.
I earned them serving my country.
Anywhere interesting?
Chechnya. Ever been there?
Can't say I've had the pleasure.
Say I've had
Put me in the writer's room. Put me in Oh my god. Literally as I was saying it.
Is that a first edition of War and Peace?
Of course. Printed in 1869. A great year for my country's literature.
Uh-huh.
And Tolstoy is the master.
Again, can't say I've had the pleasure of reading War and Peace.
Is that a picture of you with Colonel Gaddafi?
A deeply wonderful man. He was a great fan of the Impressionists.
Well, he certainly
Okay.
left quite an impression on Libya.
Yeah.
So, what brought you into the art business, Mr. Medovsky?
Oh, an eye for great artists, an appreciation of fine culture, and a love of What you Americans call the greenback.
The greenback? The greenback? What, like the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers?
You must be upset at the theft of La Medovsky.
Yes, I'm disappointed that someone would kill for such a minor piece.
So this Hobbs guy, good friend of yours, is he?
No, we simply have a business arrangement. We've been through this already.
Okay.
Now please, if you're quite finished. Easy, man.
Thank you for your time, Monsieur Medovsky. We'll be in touch soon.
Well, no prizes for guessing where we go now.
Hobbs' place, right?
Got it. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
He bought our act, though. You make a pretty good insurance.
Yeah, from what I saw on
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
on Google Maps, I think that's a little bit close to House of the Parliament. But they're definitely in the right kind of direction, so
Here's hoping.
yeah, very impressed with the
Looks like rain.
designers and everything there.
Come on,
Rain.
let's get that
Yep,
cab.
that's the UK for you.
Taxi?
I think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
I guess this Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Medovsky.
Let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
That is what we need to do. However, we are going to save that for next episode. So, how far away? So we're about a quarter of the way through the game, I believe. So, yeah, if we're basing it on that, 3 episodes a quarter of the way in, we're looking at about a 12 episode series. So I'm looking forward to continuing this on. Some challenging puzzles, some you've had to have a think about, but I've got them reasonably well on the first go. So definitely better than when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, some of these puzzles really would have stumped me. Really would have done. But that's going to do it for this episode. So, thank you very much for joining me in this episode, episode number 3 of our Broken Sword 5 playthrough. I look forward to the next episode. I look forward to having you join there with me. Please, if you like this series, drop a like on the video. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think, if there's any suggestions. As always, if you've played the game before, please don't give me any spoilers. I like to figure things out. If you want to watch live, then subscribe to the channel, click the notification button, you get notifications when I go live. And if you're live, and if you see me struggling, you could obviously give me little hints of what to do, but without actually telling me directly what to do, how to solve. You know, I'd really like that. One thing I should mention about the comments, the very first video that came out, I came onto it and I saw I had basically some comments that were clearly of spam, of one of these kind of, someone put this thing about click on this website and you get to see all sexy images of blah blah blah. Please don't ever put anything like that on my video. On my videos, I will remove them from the comments straight away. I do not like anything like that. You know, I only like positivity. So if you don't know what I'm doing, you know, please feel free to tell me, but in a nice, constructive way. You know. But yeah, if you're doing comments, let's just keep this nice and friendly. It's a family channel after all. So, I am Kevin the Geek, and this is this episode, signing off. Good night.